think I'll be a magazine cover. They keep on trying to find a ways to push my buttons. I came out of the jungle where it rained and it thunder, but I bring the heat like the summer. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the San Francisco 49ers and the New York Giants. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. This is taken at his 4, and he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Here we go. 180! He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now the throw pulled in by Anderson, and he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. In the wild card win last week, he had just 2 catches, and now he's got his first one here.
And a 49er first down.
Here we go, here we go. 180! 59, ain't no such thing as a loss.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
11. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Check.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. He had 6 catches in the wild card win, and that's his first one here in the divisional round, and it's a first down.
Here we go.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Dexter Lawrence. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Hauled in by Anderson, left side. He had 2 catches in the wild card game, and he's matched that total in the first quarter here in this one. And a first down as well.
First down, San Francisco.
Here we go. 180! 12, fellas. Here we go. 59. And what's the play?
On first down, Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's Garoppolo to throw. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd down.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an
names for
interception.
different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. The pickup there, 5 yards.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now Jackson on first down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Here we go.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Here we go. Check 9, check 9.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. Looking to throw. Garoppolo out left to Anderson. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Forced out to his left. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Well, that's good for a first down. Here's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. To throw again on second down. Jackson flushed it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. D Ford able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Looking for Shepard deep. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Here's second and 10 now from the 35.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they...
21. Here we go. Hey, wahoo! Say hut!
Garoppolo looks to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And now it's third down.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
21. I got you. Hey, orbit.
Mike Fartner.
Two.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
They don't want it, They don't want it. Keep playing hard,
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Fielded just inside the 30. Nowhere to go that time. It's a 46-yard punt with a loss on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there for the Niners. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. Then he'll take it all the way out near the 30-yard line. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Being chased out left. It's complete to Golden Tate. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now it's Jackson. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
65, 65.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. Coleman has it here right side. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts.
Here we go.
As they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
13. 21. Hey, Charlie. Go ahead.
There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Here we go.
Garoppolo now, 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10.
Hey, exit. Check 25.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, let's get in that hole.
12, fellas, here we go. Set hunt. Hey, seam 6. Set hunt.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. His throw caught at about the 5. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now it's Jackson. Finds his tight end Oliver here outright. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. They go with the option on fourth down, left side. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. To throw is Jackson, escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. D. Ford picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner. And I don't think with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly.
Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Yannick Ngakoue able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Single. 13. Just watch 88. We hit. Watch 12. Bravo. Double up. He's coming, double up. Hey, come on.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. They'll find Goodwin here on the right side. Past the 20. 10, touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, 81 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Check. 59. Nice, sweetheart. Second.
Now it's Barkley. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Bosa able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down.
Well, he was looking at a dime formation, 6 defensive backs on the field, so he's looking for anyone to throw the football to, but he didn't have anyone open, so he took off and ran for it, but he came up just short, and that brings up 4th down.
And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Jackson. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 30 yards. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
This one taken just inside the 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
One, Omaha.
Garoppolo now. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead. Confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
Hey, gun. White.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. He's going to fire one deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Tevin Coleman. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them were bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
It's a game of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. A 1st down carry for Barkley. Room here to run. The 20. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. Jackson from the shotgun. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Go ahead.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he comes back with one complete. It'll be a gain of 9, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll go as a loss of 5, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
So they wound up passing on a long field goal try, but that works out for them really well. That one's down inside the 5-yard line.
And it's risky, because your punter, if he puts it in the end zone, the net result not worth it, but there, I think worth it. They begin with a run by Barkley. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. On 2nd down and 4, Jackson.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
At the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Like 20.
Wild Bill.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Tevin Coleman saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage and getting back to run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, backside guys,
meh.
That's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jackson caught right side. Tate. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Let's put that team on the clock.
Now Jackson on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. The offense on 3rd down tonight, a very anemic, 1 for 9 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. They've been brilliant, perfect on 4th down so far, 3 for 3, and they're going to try again here. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It's complete, swings it out to his running back, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from MetLife Stadium.